All right, welcome to tonight's post-game press conference following Long Beach State's 77-61 win over CSU Bakersfield. We'll open things up with a statement from head coach Stan Munson, then open it up for questions.
Obviously, with all the injuries and the shaked-up lineups and all the stuff going on, I was really pleased with how we came out and seemed prepared. And I think, it was probably our best defensive half of the year. Holding them to 20 points, I think it has to be a low for a team, and I just thought we had great energy on the defensive end. And we didn't do great things offensively, but, when you create 13 turnovers, the offense takes a whole nother level. So I thought the first half was really clean and it did a lot of good things. Just didn't miss some free throws and gave them some offensive rebounds. But second half was just, a team that's trying to figure out how they can go from being a good solid team to a great one. And we've got a week to figure it out, but you got to you got to just sustain things, because one half like that where you lose your intensity a little bit and our season's over. So we've still got things to learn, but we're playing good basketball at a good time of the year, and now we got to play our best basketball coming here these next 3 or 4 games, whatever we're playing.
With all the injuries that you guys have had, that the whole conference has had, how herky-jerky has this season been compared to past seasons?
Well, I think COVID helped put perspective of herky-jerky seasons. Coming off of COVID, you didn't know who you're going to have or if you're even going to play the game. So I think it prepared us for a season like this. But and unfortunately, this program's had a run of injuries over the last 6-8 years. With key players. But ours had losing Joel for the year was a huge blow, and then we just had guys that just can't shake the Jadon and Marcus that just keep tweaking their ankle and those are just nagging basketball injuries that you got to play through, and both of them are doing it. But it's more their timing and their frustration, and that they're not 100%.
Jadon, kind of a weird situation having senior night with your only senior not out there on the floor. What has Joel continued to bring to the team over the last couple months?
Joel is still a leader for us. He's still a captain. His presence brings a kind of calmness and still an energy. He's someone that, when he talks, we listen. He's always there giving us advice, cheering us on. He's just, a great person to have around, regardless if they're playing or not, because their feel for the game and their IQ for the game is second to none. So it's just he's a great person to have, just because he's still a leader, whether he's out there or not. So just
Kind of like looking at your stats and the way the game played. First half didn't have much on the score sheet. Then second half you had the 8-point run that includes big shots and kind of like put the idea of Bakersfield out of their mind that they might catch up in this game. You talk about just having a bad first half or having a negligent first half and then having a second half where you bounce out like that?
Yeah, not playing the last game, not really practicing as much. I didn't want to go out there, forcing shots, hurting my team. I just wanted to try to get a flow, go out there and just contribute, play the right way, and let the game come to me. I feel like if you play the right way and just try to stay within the game, then you'll get rewarded. And I think that's just what happened. Like I said, what was my first point? Like the dunk. I think, that was just a steal and a fast break, So it wasn't necessarily me going out hunting. It was just trying to let the game come to me. And that's what happened. So I'm grateful for it.
With the wrap on the phone season, we've got the game at Davis, followed by the Big West tournament. How would you say the team's mentality is at this point going into those games?
Is that for me?
Yeah.
It's tournament time. Our tournament's already started. We're hungry. We know every game is as meaningful as it gets. We have to leave it out there every time we're out there. I'd like to see us play 40. I think we let up the second half. Come tournament time, that's going to hurt us. So we still have to do some maturing, but I think we'll be ready when our time is time calls for it.
And when you have a team that's had injuries, I imagine winning the final game and getting 6th seed,
Yeah.
not having to play that extra game, probably looms pretty important.
Yeah, yes and no. I mean, we're gonna go in there, with that mentality. But also, if we got to play on Tuesday, we're gonna go on Tuesday, and we're gonna use it to our advantage to get an extra game, in that gym, and an extra, rhythm to get to go win it. I don't care if we start on Tuesday or Thursday when the tournament starts. It's go time for us, and we're excited about it. And obviously, it's an easier road. You only have to win 3 times, but whatever we got to do, we're gonna hopefully play our best basketball next week.
You've won 9 of your last 14 with a team that had 1 senior. You're starting 4 freshmen, and it's not comparable to last year. But the thing is, it indicates the consistency of your program over the years. That one way or the other, you find yourself at this point where you're in the run, and you're in the bunch for going for a title.
Yeah, I like where our program's at. I think we've got some good young players, some guys that to have 7 guys out there at halftime in the academic all-stars, to have over 3.0, and these guys that know how to win a championship, and have been a part of it, and we added some good pieces. I think the future's bright, but we're not worried about the future. We can make this a special year, in the next 10 days too.
All right. Thank you, guys.
Thank you. Yep.
Thank you.